Welcome to Access a Trader, the #1 community for high-level traders to learn valuable trends and strategies, connect with other top traders, and become consistently profitable. Click the link in the description of this video to receive a special offer on our revolutionary PS60 training, access to our daily chat room filled with experienced traders, and so much more. Space is limited, so make sure you don't miss out. We look forward to seeing you in the room.
Let's get into the pivots. What we did today. Again, there's two ways to trade supply to supply and demand to demand. Either a confirmation of a pivot or a balance between shorting a stock into supply or buying a stock into demand. And we saw everything play out here. And again, one of the best trade setups out there is the day after a cold stock reports earnings. Anytime a cold stock like an Apple, Google, Amazon, Netflix, Tesla, Facebook has a huge, ridiculous move like Amazon did on Friday, and it goes red to green the next day, it's probably a very high probability trade setup. And that's exactly what we had in the room. That was definitely the trade of the day. But let's talk about some other things off the daily pivot watch list. Let's talk about them now. So NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA, these are the trades that did trigger. We had, let's start off from bottom to top. So NVIDIA, we had this thing on a 202 break. Why 202? Well, here's a 60-minute channel right here. Okay, here's a 60-minute channel right here. The top of this channel was 202. Once it broke 202, it really put on a very aggressive move. Unfortunately, I didn't get involved with that trade because we were in Amazon, we were in Netflix and all that other stuff. So I missed this one. But for all you guys who did catch it, really good job. 202 break. Stock went as high as the 206, a really strong move. Baidu, again, if you believe in the theory that the cold stocks could be bought after a good earnings red to green, then you have to take into consideration that the beta names could be shorted green to red after a blow up. And again, not saying Baidu blew up here, but Baidu had a very aggressive sell-off, and today it opened up a couple of points and went green to red, and the stock went all the way down and tested this 232 level today. Very aggressive move, incredibly aggressive move, guys. For those of you guys who did catch it, good job. I kind of screwed up, and well, I don't want to say I screwed up. So I shorted the stock. It went down like 50, 60 cents. And the way Baidu trades is so thin, it's such a hard read for order flow that I just took a modest profit in this thing. And after I took the modest profit, and by the way, the one thing I do in the room all the time, I'm live commenting as the trade is happening. So as I was up in the trade, I was like, I just hate the way this thing is trading. I hate the way this thing is trading. So I cover my short. I made some money on it. And then the stock explodes for like $1. I mean, like literally on no volume, explodes for like $1. And then on the remount, I know some of you guys took the remount trade below that 239. Ralph took it. I know he took it. I know several other people, I just can't remember the names. It's such a long day. And it really crashed towards the end of the day. But good job for all you guys who traded that as well. Amazon, again, red to green on Amazon. We wanted to buy that dip that we never got into that dip. We wanted to buy the dip all the way down to 1,089. It didn't get there, obviously. So red to green, this thing went exploded. If you look on my tweets in the morning, and again, I'm doing this real time. And again, it's not after the fact that the stock's already $5 above the trigger. We're doing this real time. And that first move, red to green, kind of stalled out. I know some of you guys, once it stalled out, only took a couple points on the trade when it came in. It put in that high of like 104 and change. Friday's high was at 105, 1105.68, and I tweeted out, if this thing starts building above 106, it should get to 1125. Why 1125? Because that was the upper Bollinger Band. That's pretty much what it did. It traded up to 1122. Really good trade. Our highest sell was up 13, and the last runner was, unfortunately, I think it was up 7 or 8. The funny thing is we missed more sales by 20 cents in that 1123 area, which would have been good, but it is what it is. I know a lot of you guys did incredibly well with that trade. So that was definitely the trade of the day. Netflix, I caught the bottom bounce on this thing. It was right over here. What was my bottom bounce? Where's my 60-minute chart here? 184, right, I think it was right here. I think I caught this bounce right here from 98.55 and traded it as high as 99.60. I was up like $1 and change out of it. I was trying to scale out along the way. My highest sale, unfortunately, was about 82 cents, and then the rest I lost, excuse me, not I lost, I think I lost a dime on my runner, or 5-6 cents on my runner, whatever it was, but I did okay with it. Baidu, I did okay with, well, a small little profit on Baidu as well. But ultimately, ultimately you saw what happened, guys, when you could buy stocks into supply and demand. Here is NVIDIA, here is the bounce right here on the video. We talk about this orange line, which is correlated to be the 5-minute, quote unquote, 5-minute within the 60-minute channel. As you can see here, this orange line acts very, very well. If you see every single time it hits it, it bounces, hits it, bounce it, hits it, bounce it, bounce, bounce. So when it hit this line here, a nice little move before the stock started selling off. And the same thing with Alibaba. You guys saw it right here. Once it got on this orange line, it had a nice, very, very good bounce. So for me, it was kind of a part day. But again, it's not about quantity. It's all about quality. And going into tomorrow's session, again, you have to be, bullish. I mean, I know there's a big disconnect. Again, if you look at the NASDAQ 100, for example, if you look at the NASDAQ 100, how strong it is, right? How strong it is versus the Russell, for example, you can see a very, very big difference, a very big disconnect. But again, we're trading the individual setups, and it's very, very important to understand stocks that are trading on their own 2 feet instead of a macro view of what is actually happening. Is this, I always play devil's advocate, so is this a kind of a big deal for me seeing the IWM weak? It is always a big deal because I'm always conscious of the stock market could be pulled in because, again, gravity is real, but the individual stocks are still very, very strong. There's, again, big call buying in Facebook still, a big bet on Apple today, really big bet on Apple today ahead of earnings as well. So these things are strong. These things are very, very strong. So let's get into tomorrow's session, guys, and I'm off to this basketball charity tournament for my son, and hopefully he does very, very well. Again, let's start out with Amazon. Okay, let's start out with Amazon.